Hello everyone, I'm Enigmius, and this is channel update number 7. For those of you who are relatively new to the channel, I do these every once in a while, not that often, just to keep everyone updated with changes and evolutions as they're taking place in the very near future. We don't talk about long-term goals here because who knows what we're going to be doing in 6 months. Usually I do this whenever we've got some significant changes going on, like we were stopping a series or starting a series or whatever. In this case, we've got a little bit of all of that. To start off, the Minecraft content and the Dark Souls content will be continuing as per normal. We're not changing anything. I'm committed to finishing Dark Souls, and Minecraft is Minecraft. It's one of those things you can always find something that you feel like doing because it's a sandbox. So we're going to be continuing with those. X Rebirth has to be set aside for the time being. For those of you who are familiar with what's been going on with the game since it launched, it didn't launch in very good shape. I was able to run it. I didn't have too many problems. Other people, they couldn't even get the game to run. People very unhappy with things that they feel are necessary to have in the game that weren't there at launch. So Egosoft, the developer, has been working very hard to patch the game and to bring it up to a standard that people are going to be happy with. And I was actually racing against the clock to get the plot finished before patch 1.24, but unfortunately I didn't make it. And the reason why I wanted to get it done is because they were adding a bunch of hostile enemies all over the game to make things more interesting. But unfortunately I had just reached a place in the plot where I was in one system, my fleet was in a different system, and I wasn't allowed to leave the system I was in, or I would suffer a big reputation penalty or whatever. So I wouldn't be able to go and keep an eye on my fleet and observe how these changes were going to impact things. And I just didn't want to beta test it. I didn't want to log in and have to keep an eye on my fleet manifest, constantly checking to see if any of my ships were destroyed. It's easier for me to just set it aside while I was enjoying it and then come back to it in the future when things are a little bit more stable and continue to enjoy it. So if we have room in our schedule around that time when the game is a little farther along in the patching process, then it may make a return as a series. But for the time being, it took me a long time to accumulate the fleet that I've got, and I don't want them blown up out from under me while I can't do anything about it. So we're not going to take that chance. Now, the footage that you're watching is from Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, which I recently picked up from Steam. And it's a candidate for a game to replace X Rebirth. I was finding that 3 games was enough variety for me, that I never really felt like I was forced to play games that I didn't want to play because that's all I was playing. But this is not an easy game at all, and it tends to start out infuriatingly punishing. And then as you progress in the game and basically earn money to upgrade your suit and your weapons, it gets closer and closer to, we can still get our butt kicked in an awful hurry, but we're also kicking some butts of our own. So I've got a little bit of an experiment that I want to try. It'll probably take me a week or two based on how much time I have to play, that might give us a bit of a boost in the early game by playing the online version, shooting at other people, and earn some money that way so that we can upgrade things a little bit earlier, and hopefully that will make the early game a little bit more tolerable, because it's really, really difficult to do live commentary as you're playing in the first place. But when the margin for error is so teeny tiny, I don't think I could do even a mediocre job of the commentary the way the game starts out, unless I had a little bit extra cash to spend. So I'm gonna try that, and if it works out, then you'll be seeing it in the very near future. I think it'd be a great game for a series. If you like that sort of spy, super assassin kind of thing, then you definitely want to take a look at this. And if I can't get it to work, then we'll figure something else out. Now, the next thing is it's not really a big deal, but some people might want to make it a big deal, so I just want to nip it in the bud before things get carried away. You're looking at World of Tanks. Now, some of you have played it. Some of you have heard of it, but never played it. Some of you, this is the first time you're hearing about it or seeing it. I really enjoy this game. I picked it up. It's free. I signed up for it. downloaded it, started playing it literally 2 days ago. I've played over 80 matches. And the fantastic thing about it is that they aren't long matches. I'm not saying I've spent 20 hours a day for the last 2 days playing the game. Some of these matches literally take like 2 or 3 minutes because it's just really aggressive. Tanks blown up all over the place. It's an online game. You have tanks. You drive those tanks. You put on teams with other people who have tanks up against teams of other people who have tanks, and you shoot at each other. You don't have to memorize all these complicated lists of abilities like the MMORPG scene. It's casual. It's really, really fun. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And it's one of the games on a list of games made available to me through Maker Studios, who is the company that I'm partnered with for the ad revenue on my channel and all those other goodies, so that I can promote this game and say to people, if you like what you've seen, click on the link in the information section below the video, sign up for your free account and give it a try, and a couple bucks comes back to me for promoting the game. Now, this is sort of the situation where for some people, the term sellout comes to mind. I would expect if the channel continues to grow that sooner or later someone's going to use that term in my general direction, and that's fine. Sellout generally means someone who has sacrificed their integrity for the sake of making money, which, for example, if I hated World of Tanks and I was promoting it to you guys as the best thing since sliced bread, and also click on this link so that I get paid, that would be sellout behavior. But trying these games myself and then saying, hey guys, take a look at this. I really enjoy this. If you want to give it a try, here's a link that you can click and a little bit of money comes back to me. That's just a way to support my channel that doesn't involve taking money out of your pocket when we're talking about free-to-play games. So it's I'm going to be doing what I can not to let this kind of content overshadow everything else on the channel, but to, you know, take a look at some of these games and promote the ones that I like, give you guys a chance to see them, and sign up through me so that it tracks back to me, and get some coffee money or something out of it. Who knows? You never know. It could be a very large coffee someday in the future. But that's the thing. And like I said, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. I know most of you guys don't care. It's not an issue for you either. But if I don't, you know, get it out there from the very beginning, that's when people start using that as justification to say you're sneaky and devious and you're a bad, bad person, plus sellout, anger face. I'm actually going to be doing a short series on World of Tanks, by the way, not just to promote it, but because it's just so much fun, so casual, so easy to get into. You get blown up a lot, and then you kind of have to sit there and wait for the match to end or switch to a different tank and go play in a different map. But when you get on a roll and you're like shooting tanks and you're sniping, and it's so much fun. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Like I say, I try not to get these things too drawn out. So Dark Souls, Minecraft, look for new videos for those soon. There will be some World of Tanks stuff coming out as well. Speaking of which, if you like what you're seeing, there's a link in the information section below the video. You can sign up to play World of Tanks, get a free account, download the client for free, play for free. It's fantastic. Maybe you'll be able to blow me up someday. Leave your comments and feedback below. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.